my name is Ellen and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Yellow by Coldplay on the guitar. So stay tuned if this is something you want to learn. And before we get started, I just want to thank all of my patrons for voting in this month's Patron Picks poll on my Patreon page. They voted for Yellow by Coldplay, which is why I'm doing this full-length tutorial. So if you want some voting power in my next tutorial, make sure to check out my Patreon page linked below. Look how they shine for you. So this song is going to be really great if you're a beginner because it's pretty easy. To start out, you want to have your guitar in standard tuning, and we're going to go ahead and put our capos on the 4th fret just to keep it as easy as possible with these chords. And speaking of the chords, there's only 6 chords to play through the whole song, and 2 of them are kind of optional, so really you only need to know 4 basic chords. None of them are bar chords, which is great for beginners as well. And I just have one simple strumming pattern that I want to show you that you can play for the entire song. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it, and we'll start with the chords. Oh, what a thing to have done. Alright guys, so I've zoomed in so we can take a closer look at these chords. Like I said, there are 6, but really only 4 of them are like necessary. So let's go ahead and go over those first. The first chord is G, which looks like this and sounds like this. After that, you need to know D, which looks like this and sounds like this. Then we have our C chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And then the last one that you really need to know is your E minor chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. At the very end of the song, you do see 2 other chords, but I'm going to tell you that these are optional because you don't have to know them. One of them is our C major 7 chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And then the other one is D minor 7, which looks like this and sounds like this. But just so you know, if you don't want to play those, you can always replace your C major 7 with your regular C chord, and you can replace your D minor 7 with just a regular D chord. But those are the only chords you need to know for this song. Alright, so after you have those chords memorized, go ahead and take a few moments to practice transitioning between them. This song is a little bit slower, so you have a little bit of time to transition, but it is going to be a lot easier for you to learn the strumming patterns and the playthrough and things like that if you are used to those transitions. So go ahead and pause the video, make sure you are comfortable with those, but once you are, we can jump into the strumming pattern that I like to use for this song. If you are brand new to guitar or having trouble with like playing guitar and singing at the same time, no worries. I wanted to show you my practice pattern, which is just one simple down strum on the beat for every chord change. If you're familiar with any of my other tutorials, I always start with this, especially if you are beginner at guitar. So what I want you to do is just go through the entire song, and we're just going to strum each chord down once while practicing our singing. That way we know which word you're singing whenever you are changing those chords. So let's go ahead and do a little example. I've got my G chord on because that's the first chord in the song. You're just going to strum down once. Then you go to your next chord, D, then C, and then back to G. Alright? And I want you to do that for the entire song and just practice singing or speaking the words so you know where those transitions are. G, look at the stars, look how they shine for D, you. Everything you see, do, yeah, they were all yellow, back to G. Alright, so do that for the entire song. It'll really help you whenever we bump up a little bit on this strumming pattern. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the strumming pattern I actually do like to use for this song. Alright, so this is the strumming pattern that I would suggest for this song. It's super simple. As you can see, it's just 8 down strums. And what you want to do is you just want to hold out this strumming pattern 2 times for each chord. So with our G chord on, let's go ahead and just go through the rhythm. It's just 8 simple down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. It's that that simple. And what you want to do now is you want to emphasize certain beats. This is really going to help drive that rhythm and just make it a little bit more close to the original. So here you can see I'm underlining the beats that I want you to emphasize. So we've got the first beat, the fourth beat, and the seventh beat. So with that, what you want to do is just put a little bit more oomph into your strum on those beats. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? So a little bit faster, we've got it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump in. We're just staying on the G chord so we can get this rhythm. Practice those emphasis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. So once you get that down, the only thing left you have to do is put in those chord transitions. So with the verses, we're going to play this pattern through 2 times for each chord, and then on the choruses, it's going to change a little bit, so we'll go over that in a second, but let's go ahead and go over the verse. We've got G to D to C, okay? So on all of these, we're going to play this pattern through 2 times. So for G, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we go to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. All right. And that is how you play all of the verses throughout this song. So like I said, the chorus is a little bit different because it's going to feel a little bit faster because we're kind of shortening the pattern here. So let me explain that a little bit. Our chorus starts on a C chord, so go ahead and put on your C chord. This time we're just going to play this pattern through 1 time, okay? So we're going to count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to go to our E minor and just play it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, then D 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So it's a little bit different than the verses, but the choruses all follow that exact same pattern with these exact same chords. So for that, we've got C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, E minor, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Again, all of the choruses throughout this entire song follow this exact pattern, just like all of the verses follow the pattern that we just practiced. I do want to show you just 2 extra little things really quick. If you are more advanced and want to try this out, I do think it sounds pretty good with this song. The first thing I want to show you is a palm mute. So what we're going to do is when you're strumming these chords, instead of letting it ring like it's doing right now, what you want to do is take your right hand, the hand with your pick in it, and you're just going to gently lay it across your strings, all 6 strings, between your sound hole and your bridge. Like there's a sweet spot for everyone. It's different for everyone, so go ahead and just try that out. I also have a video right here that talks about palm muting if you need a little extra hint there. But anyways, you just want to gently lay your hand here, and then when you strum, it's not as ringy. Of course, it doesn't sound very good right now, but when you put the rhythm in, it sounds great. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so if you want to try that out, I do think that palm muting the verses kind of gives the guitar a little bit more interest, makes it sound a little bit more interesting if you're doing a cover or something like that. Obviously, this is not necessary. If you want to let it ring the whole time, you totally can. The second thing I wanted to show you guys really quick is sometimes when I'm doing my cover, instead of 8 down strums, at the very end of the pattern, after that 8th down strum, I'll do an extra up strum. So it'll be more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up. All right? Totally optional. This is just something I've noticed that I've done sometimes. So I'm just letting you know that this is something that you could do too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just a little extra up strum. So again, I do that sometimes. It's kind of random, so feel free to put that in if you want to. But with that being said, that is everything you need to know to play this entire song. Like I said, it's very beginner friendly, and so if you want to play through the song with me, make sure to click right here, and I have my playthrough fast track cover version where I will sing through the song the entire way through, and we can play it together. It'll be a lot of fun. Or if you need a little bit more help, found this a little difficult, make sure to check out my Patreon page as well, because I have guides there that you can print out, and it has everything I've just said in this video written down, so you can like have it with you all the time. And I also have customizable interactive backing tracks where you can turn the speed slower, faster, turn the metronome on and off. You can even turn off my singing if you don't like me singing, or you can turn off the guitar if you want to practice with me singing and stuff like that. So it's very cool. I would definitely suggest checking out one of these two, either this video if you feel like you're ready to play, this link over here if you want to check out my Patreon. So that was my tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that it helped you. If it did, make sure to give me a thumbs up down below, as well as to subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss out on any other new tutorials. Another huge thank you and shout out to all of my patrons on my Patreon page for selecting this song as the monthly patron pick tutorial that they wanted to see. Like I said at the beginning, if you want to vote for the next one, make sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll link it down below. And here are my other socials in case you'd like to follow me on any of those. That's where I do fun things like behind the scenes looks at things coming up. I'll poll you guys on things you want to see, and I even have free lesson giveaways on my Instagram page, so make sure to check it out over there if you're interested. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I hope it helped. Make sure to do the playthrough if you want to jam out with me, and I will see you in my next tutorial coming out really soon. Bye!